Alright guys, today pretty decent day, a lot of chop and playing premiums, which is expected. Now again, if we can't take out higher day tomorrow and get going here, we've pushed up against this level. Now we're on day 4 here, and also from previous rejection spots. We need to get going here or it's gonna be a straight line down. So tomorrow on SPX we need to take this out very early. I'd give it time until the IB session. Again, we saw today rejection, same rejection spot as we had into Friday's close. There's a gap down, right? That gap filled, then we had that sell into here. Today we gapped up, caught some nice gains. 1, 2, 3 moves, 4 moves, sell into the close. But overall, I mean, you are right here hanging out. The last 2 times we've had like doji this year, the move has continued to the upside. It would make sense to do so here. For how long, I don't know. I think it's gonna get pretty volatile, so make sure you don't get caught. But here's this trend line. Hit it yesterday, bounced off it today, needs to go tomorrow. So far so good here after hours, but I don't know what happens when we hit that rejection spot again. You might open up down here. And again, if this goes now after 4 days in the same range, that means that we tried for 4 days to get through this lock zone here, and that's not gonna happen, and it's time to go further down, probably down all the way here. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope you could on a sell get off with either the let's go to the daily here, the 9 or the 21. Overall, very bullish setup, but kind of running out of steam here, which again brings me back to my theory about the VIX, and that this is the culprit that needs to switch range back to down here, where it trades when we're putting in all-time high and all-time high. And something that would support that is this. This is the SVIX that looks to be breaking out, and you could get a little bit higher to up to this range. So that's what I'm predominantly looking at and trying to trade with premiums. Today Meta really choppy, but again still hanging out here, has way higher targets. We're getting that doesn't mean instant ripper, could need a back test, but this is going to be like the #1 thing we play here. Nvidia, really nice open, faded on that Amazon chip news that took the whole sector down, pretty ridiculous in my opinion. Caught this afternoon, Tesla move, sold here, could have gotten a little bit more, no worries, didn't get cooked. Apple, new highs and chopped to the side. So unless the VIX wakes up, you really need a bank day and a strong showing from JPM. Now it does look, I mean, not the shittiest, not the best setup here. Tomorrow is the 3rd. If you can gap above again 684, you could work. I don't think we just get through tomorrow to anything upper here. Very interesting that it skips from 87 to 93, but we could possibly test higher. The 4th is the full moon, same thing. You could even go down here, unless you're over by then. I mean, you're still, but it's like this range is on lockdown. And this is Friday's 685, gives you plenty of move, and under it you start seeing these levels here. So gotta keep a close eye on things, not get married to a position. Take profit when we see it, right? That's what we were doing today very well. And sports calendar has a little bit of a pop and then sell off, pop, here, sorry, not November, December, but pop, still a little bit of a pop, sell off, maybe a bounce, sell off, and then go. And the NAS kind of the same, possible pop, then a sell off down here to the mid of the month, and then a ripper, as well as this. I just hope we're not up here, and I don't know if we're up here. We should be like here. So very interesting, pretty bullish week. Tomorrow might be the weakest day, and that would completely depend upon what happens if this spot here is accepted or rejected. The reject can be pretty gross, and in that case you don't try to catch that knife throughout the day. You have to wait till end of the day, maybe even Thursday, because it could also trigger a 3-day sale. Best case scenario, it's a 1-day sale, but let's see if we can catch some more upside and turn this into I mean, there's a lot of theories. Is this a big inverted head and shoulders? Is this a cup? And then you get a handle. Is this an inverted headed 2-scooper? Everything goes here, right? And we are actually probably, we should probably watch this guy. Let me extend him a little bit. All right, he kind of goes through right there. Let's stick him like that. So we're right there. We'll kind of have to react tomorrow and wait and see. All right, guys. God bless.